Hey guys, this is Bonnie Gale. I am Ms. Money Boss, and today I'm coming at you from Beverly Hills, California to talk about tax planning. And the reason that I want to talk to you about tax planning today is because if you own a business, if you are an entrepreneur, and you are not doing tax planning this month, you could be paying more money in taxes than you should be and losing money. Okay, because if you're paying more taxes than you should be, then you're losing money because that's money that you could have been keeping. So what is tax planning? That's the first thing. Tax planning is when you go to your CPA or the person who does your taxes and you have a meeting with them and you show them all the money that you've taken in so far this year and you show them all of your expenses. And basically, they work with you on figuring out whether or not, hi Marga, how are you? Hi Abby. And what they do is they figure out with you whether or not you should spend more money before the end of the year, put some more money away before the end of the year, put money into retirement. So basically by doing tax planning, if you own your own business, you could end up saving money on taxes. So I work with entrepreneurs on doing tax planning that I work with on an annual basis. So when I work with my clients, either doing bookkeeping or business management for them, I work with them at the end of the year on making sure that we get rid of excess profit in good ways for them so that they can keep more of the money they make at the end of the day. And this is a really important thing for you to do. So many entrepreneurs do not do tax planning, and then they are nervous wrecks when they go in to do their taxes, anytime between January and October or September of next year, depending. Because if you're filing an extension, you might file your taxes after April. But the thing is that if you owe money in taxes, or if you have not done tax planning and you don't know what you owe in taxes, you do not know how to plan for either saving money for taxes or paying in the amount of money for taxes so that you don't start incurring penalties and interest. Okay, so if you do not follow your taxes on time, but you pay in the amount that you owe, and then you file your tax return on extension, you will not owe penalties and interest on your taxes. But if you don't do tax planning and then you end up owing money on taxes and you're not filing until after April, you're going to end up paying more money out in interest and penalties because you didn't do tax planning. The other thing is when you do tax planning, a lot of times you can get rid of the excess profit so that you don't have to pay the taxes in the first place. So it really does behoove you, if you own your own business, to do tax planning before the end of the year. And the way that I do tax planning with my clients is I make sure that they are caught up like through October, so that all their financials are ready to go. And then they have a meeting with the CPA and myself and them, and we decide what we're going to do with the excess money that's coming in, and whether we're going to either expense it out or we're going to have them maybe hold out some of the money for next year to come in instead of coming in this year, so that they don't have to pay a lot of money in taxes because they got all this money at the end of the year that they couldn't expense out. So this is a very, very valuable thing. I have saved my clients anywhere from 4 to 5 figures in taxes by doing tax planning. So what I'm talking about is anywhere from $1,000 to $99,000 literally saving because we did tax planning. So this is an important thing for most people. And if you have never done tax planning, then you have to understand that in order to do tax planning, somebody has to keep up your financial records for you on a regular basis so that when it comes to November or December, you know how much money you've taken in up to that point and how much money that you've spent, and categorically what you've spent that money on. And then we can figure out, well, how much more are you going to get in? How much more do you think you're going to be spending? So that we see where you're going to be when you go to file your taxes. And then that way we can plan from there. So tax planning is a very, very valuable tool. I have already had like 6 tax planning appointments with my clients since Thanksgiving weekend. So I have worked with 6 clients already on tax planning. I have almost all my clients, I would say 90% of my clients do tax planning because everybody wants to get the best bang for their buck. So they want to keep more of the money they make, they want to save money on taxes, and they want to get better benefits from the things that they spend their money on in business. So in order to do that, tax planning is one of the ways to make sure that you ensure that those things actually happen. Okay, so if you've never done tax planning before and you have time to do tax planning this year, I would highly, highly recommend it. If you have never done tax planning before and you do not have your work in order and it's going to be impossible for you to do tax planning, I'm going to highly recommend that you hire an experienced bookkeeper to do your bookkeeping for you so that you can make sure that next year you can do tax planning. Because every year that you don't do tax planning, I can guarantee you, you are losing money if you own your own business. Okay? If you're an employee, that's a different story. So I'm not talking about people that are employees, but if you own your own business, do tax planning. I'm telling you, even if you paid $250 or $300 to do tax planning, it is highly, highly beneficial. Remember what I said, I have saved my clients anywhere from 4 figures, which is $1,000, to $99,000 doing tax planning. So I promise you that tax planning is highly beneficial if you're doing it with somebody who knows what to do. And if you listen and you learn, tax planning is really not a difficult process. It's really all about balancing out the numbers. You got a certain amount of money in, you spent a certain amount of money on business, and then you have to plan for what else you're going to get in and what else you're going to spend, and whether you should be spending more or less and what you should be spending your money on. So tax planning is highly, highly important. It's a great benefit. If any of you have never done tax planning and you have your accounts in order, you have been doing the bookkeeping all along, if you want, you can direct message me and we can set up an appointment to do tax planning if that's something that you are interested in. I will highly tell you that tax planning is like such a great thing. I do tax planning on my own stuff, okay? So I do my own tax planning and we do tax planning for all my clients, 90%, because they want to do tax planning. So I really, really recommend it. It's important. And if you don't know what it is, it's basically going over the numbers of what you've done so far this year in your business. How much money have you taken in? How much have you spent? What have you spent it on? And then figuring out what else you're going to be taking in by the end of the year and what else you're going to spend it on so that we can make sure that you get the best benefit from your business spending, keep more of the money you make, and save money on taxes. So very, very important step. I'm going to be talking about this regularly throughout the end of the year because I'm really recommending that people do this, and most people don't even know that it's something that they have an option to do. So it is. So if you have any questions, leave your questions below in the comments and I will get back to you and answer them for sure. And if not, I hope that you guys learned from something amazing from this video. Like, I need to go do tax planning because I have my own business and I'm going to get myself ready for it. And if not, and you don't have your own business, hi. Anyways, I hope that all of you have a great day and I will talk to you later.